4 years. 4 years, guys. 4 years. Man, we're gonna wait for some people to come to live, guys. We were all waiting all day for this news, guys, and it came late in the evening. Late. It came late, guys. It came late. It came late. It came late. It came late, guys. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live, guys. Welcome to YARDCHAT live. Welcome to the live. We're gonna wait for Super coming live. We're gonna be on like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, guys. What do you guys think? Do you think it was a fair? Do you guys think it was a fair? What do you call it? Was it fair? Was it fair, guys? Was it fair? Was it a fair to judge to give this man 4 years? The judge said 11 years is too much. You cannot give this man. But the judge said that this man have to learn that you abusing women. It was rough, guys. It was if that tape didn't come out. If that tape didn't come out, there is no way this man is getting charged for these crimes. So the tape came out, and it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. This man is getting 4 years. 4 years. 4 years. I know a lot of people is probably shocked that this man is getting 4 years. They thought that he probably get like 2 years. Guys, I don't know what to expect. You know what I mean? This man did this to himself. His behavior over the years, he displayed that money. And right now, P. Diddy have to do 4 years in prison. Sean P. Diddy Combs sentenced to 4 years in prison. We are 2 minutes in the live. We're going to wait for some people to come in live, guys. Leave your comment. Let me know how you guys feel about this. So listen, man. We all know this was coming. There's a strong possibility that we know this man was going to do some time. I said it. It's a strong possibility this man may get time to walk. I said it this morning. The FBI rate is under the RICO law, where other charges will just add up onto and make it it's not the big charges. The big 20 years felonies was all, but under the RICO, there's so many laws that tie to the RICO that the FBI, and they got something out of all the ordeal. They got 4 years. The prosecutor's not happy. They wanted 7 years. But according to the judge, he said, no, I cannot give this man 11 years. But his behavior, his character, they're saying this man changed. How did he change? How did he change what? Or how his family, what did he change? And you know what got me, man? This whole thing with the Albie Shore, with his, how you gonna have a next man people, the King Porter, it's a mess. This man's life is a mess. How do you say he changed his life? In what way? Your proof is in the pudding. I don't go by what these people say is what they do. And what this man did over the years, he's a monster. He loves to hit women. He's an abuser. And now he's paying for his crime. He's paying for his sins, guys. He's paying for his sins. And am I happy that he's going to jail? No. I'm not happy when nobody loses their freedom. But he did it to himself. He did it to himself. Money, fame, greed. This is what happened to you when you think, and you think this is going to be the first one. There's more, guys. There's more entertainers that will get this type of treatment. The judge didn't care who he is. The judge didn't say, well, you didn't learn nothing. What you in jail talking about you teaching people business? I had nothing to do with it. Nothing. 4 years. I believe 4 years. 4 years is good. I believe the 4 years of, and the only reason why, I know the judge said something about, treating women, the violence towards women. If there was no Cassidy tape, if the tapes didn't come out, but the tape release, whoever did this, man, strategically planned this, man, release the tape, all of that. 4 years. People, can he appeal this? Appeal for what? What he's going to appeal? He found guilty. He found guilty of trafficking or prostitution across state line and having sex with a prostitute. Basically, that's what it is. The judge say he cannot give him no 11 years. That is too harsh. But the judge said this man have to learn that his behavior is unacceptable. That's what it is, guys. The lesson is learned. Your behavior, and you are responsible, and your behavior was acceptable, so you have to pay for your crimes. He's paying, guys. He's paying. All that crying, I heard this lawyer came in there crying about racist. Stop it. Stop it. But you wasn't crying racist when you was doing all the drugs and partying and all that stuff. Everybody was your friend. So be man enough and take the accountability for your action. You think it's just P. Diddy one alone? There's millions of other out there entertainers, thousands of them doing the same thing that he's doing. But they haven't come. Money. Because if P. Diddy would have gave Cassidy $30 million, none of this would have been, everything would have been hush. She made her, yeah, he'd be home in 1.5 years. But listen. It doesn't matter if he's home in 2 years, 3 years. The point is you don't have your freedom. You don't have your freedom. You cannot come and go. You cannot use a bathroom. You cannot go to a restaurant. You can't go shopping. You cannot do none of that. And federal prison is not a bad jail. Federal prison is not like a local jail. Federal prison, they get treated good. That's where the mafia go, guys. That's where all the big mafia go. Federal joint. They have TV. It's like a luxury hotel. But the only thing you don't have is your freedom. You have everything else. You're going to have access to all of that stuff, but you just don't have your freedom. Whoopie-doo, whoopie-doo. 1.5 years. So he have time served. It's almost 2 years. The end of this year, because he's already in jail a year, September, October. So 13 months. He'll be home in less than a year. And listen, we don't know how. Listen, all I know is that time served, he did a year and change. So by the time the end of this year, we in October, November, December, 13, 14, 15. We have 2 more months. We in October, November, we have 2 more months. So he will have under his belt at least 1 year and maybe like 2 months or 3 months. He do another 6 months, he's out. All P. Diddy got to do is another 6 months. He's not going to be in jail for 4 years. See, this is what people don't understand. He is not going to be in jail for 4 years, people. Time is served. He's serving time. He'll be out in a year on good behavior. The judge, what it is, the judge want to teach this man a lesson that this crime and what he did is unacceptable in society. To treat women like that is unacceptable, so he needs to be held accountable. So that is why he's going to go for a year. The judge said he cannot give this man 11 years. He said that's ridiculous. That's too much for this crime. He can't. And he could not give him 5 years. Cannot. It got to be between the 2 and 4 years. Because remember, he already served like 13 months. So he's already comfortable to do another 1.5 years. He'd be out in 9 months, 10 months. He'd be out less than 10 months. Because this time is counting towards his time. So he's not going to do a whole 1.5 years. He'd do probably another couple, maybe 6 to 9 months. The middle of next year, by the grace of the Most High, I think by April, by the summer, he's out. By the summer is out, guys. What I heard this man was making he was making, I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if it's true. They said that he was um making appointments to go on tour and this and that. People, I don't buy. No, I don't think so. I really don't think so, guys. I really don't think so. I really don't think so. But I think that you know, he's not going to do 4 years. He's not doing 4 years, people. I don't think so. He's not going to do 4 years. We're forgetting this man had time served. Time is served, guys. Time is served. He served time. He served at least a year. So another couple months. He do 13 by the end of this year is what? He's doing 13, 14, 15 months. He do another 6 months. Oh, leave and let's go. He's out. I'm going to take your cover there again. He's out. So, people, Cassie, all of that stuff, she talking about send this man away for what? You know what I mean? Send him away for what, guys? Send him away for what? Send him away for what, guys? He got 36 months left. Okay. So, okay, black crowd. He got 36 months. Do you think he's going to do all that 36 months? He really have time served. He did 1 year in September. Now he's working on 13 months, 14 months in November, December, 15 months. That's already half. So by the time he next year, I say by April, by June, he's probably coming out. Hell no, you don't think so? You think he's gonna do the 4 years? He already serving time. How you gonna do 4 years? Listen, the judge said 4 years and 2 months. Okay, the 2 months is done in November, December. 2 months is done. By next summer, this man should be out. By this time next summer, before that, he should be out. He's going to be out. So it is what it is, guys. Nobody going to get him. Nobody going to get him. Who going to go to get him? We don't know. We don't know the stipulation behind this sentence. We don't know, because the judge said he cannot give him 11 years. He cannot. He said that is. He said that is no. It's too much. He said he cannot. So all these prosecutors talking about they want 11 years for what? He cannot give him 11 years because it's not really a crime. And I told you guys, the judge is biased. He's still a billionaire. Yes, he still have a lot of money. He paid $30 million to his lawyer. This man have money. P. Diddy have offshore account. He have a lot of money. His money is tied up in his daughter's investment. Kids, a lot of money. His mother, a lot of money. He's not going to be hurting for money. And believe it or not, Diddy's still making money. You think he's not making money? He's making money, guys. He's making money. People don't understand. He's still a billionaire. No one's going to get him. We know that. We know all of that. But the thing is this. Was it worth it? Was it worth it, guys? That's the question we got to ask ourselves. All of these cases, people talking about underage, this and no. If the FBI knew that, they would have been on him like fly on, like, you know what? Blank on fly on, you know what? There would have been no. There was no. Listen, during this case, man, a lot of podcasters, especially another girl named Lisa Tells or Tell Lisa, whatever her name is, she take it personal, man. And she's over there talking about she's not in the court. She was never in the court. She's out there fighting people. She's disgusting and she's disrespectful. As a commentator, you owe your viewers good, clean, and correct commentary, just like I'm doing now. I'm not saying nothing off of my own will. This is what I read through the news 40 minutes ago. The judge gave this man 4 years. And he's saying this man needs to be taught a lesson, that his behavior and attitude cannot go unchecked. So the judge said, I got to check his attitude. And the judge is checking it right now. Checked it. Judge check his attitude, guys. So you know what I mean. It is what it is, man. You know, he's still a billionaire, like you say. He still have a lot of money. You know what I mean. He's not going to do for more. You like you said, 36 months, and out of that 36 months, he's not going to do. He's not going to do that much time. Yeah, yeah, Cassie. She's the one doing it. Cassie is disgusting, man. You know what I mean. As a woman, she lost my respect. All of them. Mick and Minaj, Carly B, all of them lost my respect. None of these people that you see on TV, you should have respect for them. No, because what they push out. You know, their attitude, they're nasty. They think what they're doing, people approve of it. They think that people want to see them twerking. Nobody want to see that. People, you know, her music, all of these people music, Carly B, her music is trash. These people are fighting among each other because that's what they do. That's what they do, guys. They fight among each other for clout. That's all they do for clout. You know what I mean? And I don't know if this is true, man. They were saying this man was making booking appointment to go on tour. I don't believe that. That's the last thing on this mind, on this person's mind, talking about to go on tour. You locked up in prison, in jail. Now he's really going to go to the big house. But you know, the federal joint is not, as we say, it's not like that, people. It's not like state prison where people fighting for their life. It's not like that. It's not like that, guys. So how you guys feel? 4 years. I'm gonna ask you guys in the chat. Do you believe 4 years is enough? Should he got more? Should he got less? What do you guys think? Because everybody's jumping on this now. Everyone is jumping on. But you have to be truthful, guys. Do you think he deserved the 4 years for sleeping with a prostitute across state line? And you know that particular law came in with Jack Johnson, the boxer, where this man loved white women. He used to go on all. Let me see if I have those pictures in there. He loved white women. That's where they're getting that ruling from. Here it is. There it is. I hope this is it. Yes, 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 yes. I have it. This is Jack Jackson Johnson, a boxer. They put this law just for him because they didn't want him to date black white women because he used to flash it in front of them in their face and then they used to like it. So the guy named Robert Mann, that's why it's Mann Act. Robert Mann, I think he was a senator or something. He the one or somebody of importance. This law is after him. They upgrade this law, they amend, but they didn't change it. This law was meant, I guess, they said for immigrants, and I'm assuming they're speaking of somebody who's not Caucasian. And they didn't want those people, the white woman, that's Google. Google saying that. Google saying that. AI said they didn't want the white, they were scared for the white woman. They was going to put them in, make them prostitute and make them, in prostitution. That's why they came up with that law. They modified the law and put it into sex trafficking and exploitation of kids or adult, whatever it is. That's the law, but it's still the same law. The intention was to make sure white women do not go into prostitution by other people, by black or colored or other people in the background. That's what that law came into be. So that's that's how this law, and a lot of people were Chuck Berry, Charlie Chapman, all these people got that law. All of these people, but they got that they make the law because a lot of young black men, immigrant, was come to United States, and a lot of white women was find them attractive. This was used to happen in the 50s and 60s, guys. A lot of white women now, white women could go out in public and say, "I'm dating a black man," but before it was unacceptable. It was unacceptable, people. That's how they came up with the Mann Act of 1910. I'm 100% right, guys. I wouldn't come on here and lie to you guys. That is where they're getting that law from. And Chuck Berry got caught up in it. A lot of musicians back then, because they couldn't find no other charges to find these people. And the law said now, that's why people got to look into this law. That law said that even if the person consent, Even if the two adults consent to it and they get caught, they're going to get charged with that law. So that's why P. Diddy got charged with this. A lot of black men back then, that's the law that they had to give them, because this man was sleeping with a lot of white women and they hated that. They hated that. This just for him. Do your homework, guys. Jack Johnson, and this is where they put the law in. They said they amended, but people, I think they if God, let me see if I remember. I gotta remember. Oh yeah, yes. They said they amended. I think in 1970, if I remember correctly. How gonna say people not fighting for their life in federal prison? Obviously, you don't have a clue what you say. Listen, federal prison is not like the state prison. It's run differently. Okay? A lot of people said federal prison is different. It's not like a regular jail, guys. Because not a lot of people go to federal, it's not a local city jail. Okay? This man is a very famous person, high profile. They have to protect him. They can't put him out there. You know what I mean? Ready, red. People not fighting for that. Listen, if I give you two choices to go to a regular jail or federal prison, where would you go? People go to the federal joint because the federal joint is more, it's a little bit more safe. So I'm not saying it's rough, but it's not like all them other jails out there where people stab, or looking over your shoulder. It happened, but it's not like that. Federal jail is more luxury, if you want to put it out there. Thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you for the 13 likes. I'm not going to be on long, guys. It's probably going to be on till like 7. I'm not going to be long. I just want to speak about, all of this, what's going down with P. Diddy. And it is what it is, man. It is what it is, guys. 3 years, 4 years, doesn't matter. I knew he was going to get time. He had to get time, guys. People don't understand. He had to get time because the Mann Act. And a lot of people didn't even know about the Mann Act. People didn't even know about the Mann Act. The Mann Act is in effect. The Mann Act in effect. They will get you with that, people. They will get you. And they got him with it. And the thing is that the federal, it's not say the federal people, they come with case, and no. RICO is meant for the mob, mafia. It's not meant for me and you. Yeah. How about just staying out of jail all possible? Will G, that's the best thing. Stay out of it. Don't go in there. Don't go in jail. That's the best thing. It's worse if you don't know you talking about, bro. You really don't know what you're talking about. Listen, man. Look up for listen. If you know, you tell me. I'm not here to go do your homework. I'm not here talking about federal joint. I'm here to talk about this case. So listen, man. Listen. All I know is this: Chuck Berry done the same thing. Yes. See, people who have knowledge. See, ready, whatever your name is, Red. You have to listen, man. Knowledge is power. Chuck Berry, Charlie Chapman, a couple other people on that list. But this man, Jack Johnson, was the first man to get caught up in this because they made the law. I think they made it for him. They made it for him, guys. They didn't like what he was doing. They didn't like what this black man was doing back then. He was dating all the white women. They didn't like it. They didn't like it one bit. So they challenged him and they locked him up. And when they locked him up, they came up with a Mann Act to get him. And that's where he was the first person, first African American, if you want to put it, get caught up in this lifestyle with the what you call it, the act, the Mann Act of 1910. Go read it, guys. Go look it up. I'm not lying, guys. I am not lying. Go look it up. Go do your homework. Go look it up. Jack Johnson was the first black man with the Mann Act because they wanted to control black men for not dating white women or taking them across the board. And they were so mad because he used to take these white women across the town and get out of the town. So that's why they came up with this law. So it doesn't matter if the person consent. They said this law, we could put your backside in jail. And that's what they did to P. Diddy. And no one is talking about it. It's the Mann Act. The boxer moved to Mexico and they were married. Whatever it is, they do not want this man to be in cahoots with a white woman back then. That's all it is. I'm not going to get into technical about it, but what it is, this law came up in 1910. Why? Why they came up with this law? Because they didn't want black men to date white women or white women date black men, even if they consent. And all of these women that Jack was going with, they consent to relationship, but the white people hated it. The white men hated it. Police officers hated it. Judges, they hated it. Because remember, we could not vote back then, guys. Yes. Yes. It didn't count for Elvis or Jimmy. No, Jimmy. No, 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 because they're white. They are white. They are white, so it doesn't count for them. And I do not want to sound like that. Like, listen, my kids is half Japanese, so I am not going to talk about color, but I need to speak about it because racism does exist, and these people that are following these laws. Why these law was created? Why the Mann Act was created? People need to do that. Why the Mann Act was created? Why? Why? Because white people didn't want black men to date white women. Even if the woman consent or not, they was going to put in jail. And we live in the year 2025, and it's the same mindset. They don't want to tell you that. It's the same mindset. So we as a society, you cannot go out in public say you're dating a prostitute. You're dating a woman. Because if you say the word prostitute and you go to federal court, they're going to lock you for the Mann Act. They choose to use the law when they want to use the law. These things been in for years and they don't want to use it. But when it convenient them, they're going to use this law. Just like they're going to use a Mann Act against P. Diddy to give this man 4 years. Even if the person consent to having sex. What if the person is not a sex worker or a prostitute? What you going to do? You still going to charge that person? We have to be careful, guys. We have to be careful. You see, people in this country, in the world, think America is good. I am not bashing America, but your guys need to be careful because the system is a double-edged sword. The system is biased. The system is racist, and we all know it is, guys. We all know it is. We know it is. The system is biased. How can you have a special Mann Act for certain people, black men? Basically, it was for black men. And still, the year 2025, they tweeted and changed it and said it's okay, it's fine. But the intent was to lock up black men dating white women. That was the intent. They're not saying it now in the P. Diddy case, but they're using the same concept. The just us system. XM, what's up, man? Facts. How are you, brother? How are you? You know what I mean? That's what it is, man. It's sad, man. Listen, I knew that this man was gonna do some time. I knew, but I didn't want to say anything. I said, you know what? These people talking, man. One thing with black people, and I keep it real, black people love to talk. And they talk a lot of rubbish and not knowing information. Nobody talk about the Mann Act. Everybody talking about what they want to do. Oh, it's unfair. No, the Mann Act, it's a law. He have to be punished. She got a strong chin, yeah. He had to be punished, people, and he was make an example out of that. The judge say your behavior, your action is unacceptable. I don't give a damn if you're a billionaire, if you're Bill Gates, you Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, Whoever you are, your action is egregious. So that means you have to be dealt with. And the judge dealt with him. The prosecutor want to go for the juggler unfair. The prosecutor was unfair. Why would you want to give this man 11 years for what? 11 years for what? What crime did this man do to get 11 years? The only crime this man did was taking a prostitute across state line. Is that really a crime? A lot of people doing that, guys. Senators, Congress people, politicians, businessmen. So you're going to tell businessmen now, be careful how you going to trip, especially when you're flying a woman. Be careful because you get the Mann Act. Man, did he? Yeah, I don't believe he's going to be in jail for no all these months and months. No, he's not. He's not. He be home by a couple months. Time is served, guys. Time is served. The judge could have said time served. The judge could have said time served, but the judge, I believe the judge was biased. The judge already made up his mind months ago. Months ago. He was just doing the formality of it. He made up his mind. His demeanor, his action, his words said he knew what's going to give to Diddy already. He knew it. But he had to go through the formality. The judges, the prosecutor and all that, defendant, or Gina, she didn't testify for the prosecutor. They said that they lost her. It's a crime when they don't get their cut. That's what it is. Since you say that, listen, it's all about money. Like I said earlier on the live this morning, P. Diddy did something to some people that he crossed the line, man. He crossed some people, and the people he's crossed, those are people in the high up, high up, high up. These are not just millionaire. These are people that he crossed. Money, money, money. And unfortunately, he's gonna have to pay. He's paying now. He's paying now. But unfortunately, you got to pay for your crime, man. 50 months in prison. 50 months in prison, guys. It is what it is. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? The judge already spoken. You mean? Let me play something for you guys. I'm going to see if I get some news here. But man, I don't know, guys. You know what I mean? You can imagine how his kids feel, man. Imagine how his kids, his daughters, his twin daughters, how they feel, how the family feeling right now, man. They like, man, people. I mean, 4 years not a long time, but it is. You miss a lot of things in 4 years, man. But he's not going to spend the whole 4 years in prison. He's not. He's not, guys. He's not. He's not going to spend 4 years. You got sentenced, guys. That's it. Um, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, people. Let me pull up something here and see if I could play this. Let me see if I could play this video for you guys. How come it's not playing? What's going on? What's going on, man? It's like everything. It's like these things here. If you're not on top of these things, sometime I'm trying to get this thing played, but you don't want to play, man. What's going on? It's coming, but it's so slow. I'm gonna play you guys so you could hear what they're saying. Come on.
Not pleasing either the defense or the prosecution, who had a very big disparity from what they wanted. The key issue all along for sentencing was whether he was going to take into consideration the so-called acquitted behavior, specifically violence. Why I say acquitted behavior is, as you know, he was found not guilty of the more serious charges of RICO, racketeering, and of course, sex trafficking. The sex trafficking component had a force, a violence, or a fraud component. Actually, they had to consider. The defense said because he was acquitted of those charges, that meant that fraud and violence and force was not being considered or should be considered when it came to the transportation to engage in prostitution claims. Well, the judge said no. He factored in the manner in which the crimes occurred, manner in which he was convicted of those charges. He also pointed to the duration of these so-called freakouts and hotel nights. I don't mean the length per session, but the overall time period for which these occurred and the vast resources available to him. He used words like subjugation and, of course, the powerlessness of the women who testified about their experiences, including, of course, Cassie Ventura and the pseudonym Jane, both of whom Sean Diddy Combs directly apologized to and addressed in his opportunity to speak today before he was ultimately sentenced by this judge. Also add to that a half a million dollar fine, $500,000 included here as well. But remember, he has been in jail waiting for a sentence and waiting for the trial. That can be applied to that overall sentence.
See?
He'll also have to have sort of anger management, domestic violence intervention programs as well, mental health issues related that were also detailed in the pre-sentence report, as well as what happened by the judge.
There it is, guys. You know what I mean? A lot of things we got to take a lot of things in consideration, like she's saying. We got to take a lot of things in consideration, you know. So I really don't think he's going to be in jail for 4 years. He already have time served. Like I broke it down. He already going to have at least 15 months after 14 months after this year is over, before this year is over. And he's going to go into the year 2026 and probably have do probably like 46 months out of there, and he's out. And that's good. That's going to be the 2 years. He doesn't have to do 4 years. He could do a year and a half, 2 years, and then let him out on parole. Then he could continue his treatment for mental health counseling and all the other stuff. You know, the judge already set that up where he's going to get help because he need help. You know what I mean? People think, yeah, you punish a person, but what if the person need help? You got to give them you have to give these people the chance to get help. So the judge is saying, listen, man, you need you need to get some type of help because you had a drug issue. Yeah, you clean, you're sober, you've been off drug for a year, you clean, but you're going to go back in society. So the judge is saying you got to get mental counseling, you got to get a whole bunch of things. And Cassie too, guys. Cassie too. These people was drug addicts. Two drug addicts. Yeah, they locked him up. 50 months. Listen, man. Listen, XM. I don't know about that. I didn't follow. I don't know about that. I don't know about all of that Trump stuff, man. Whatever you know. I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, they got it, man. He's got to do the time. Guys, thank you for all the likes, man. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. So, you guys think he deserved it? He deserved quit making an excuse for Diddy. What excuse I'm making for the man? What you said I'm making an excuse for Diddy? What excuse? I said he did the crime. He got to pay for it. So you just came in the chat. I am not making an excuse for Diddy. All I'm saying is that Diddy had to pay for his crime. I am. In what way I'm making an excuse for Diddy? In what way I'm making an excuse for Diddy? All I'm saying that, listen, 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 Ivan. What you know about the Mann Act? Yes. That's what the judge said. The judge said that I cannot let this go unchecked. So the judge is saying, man, I gotta check you. I gotta check you. So the judge, man, the prosecutor wanted 11 years. The judge said no. The judge said no, 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 no. I can't give this man 11 years for what? It's not like he did a heinous crime. He slept with a woman cross state line. A prostitute. That's what he slept with a woman. And the only reason why they came up with that law is happening back in 1910. Go do your homework, Ivan. Go do your homework. That's why it happened. We spoke about that earlier, but you just came in the chat. You just came in the chat. This is why they made that law. Because black men was dating white women and they didn't like it. Even though the woman consented to the relationship, they did not like it. So Robert Mann came up with this law. And this is the law they use against P. Diddy. And they updated law and took race out of it and still know it was race motivated and said that they broke it down to human trafficking and child exploitation. They tweeted it, but it's the same law. Same law. Same law. So for all of these people, all of these entertainers, all of these businessmen, all of these Congress people going all over different state and have a woman, you are traveling with a woman and you sleep with that woman, be careful because they could charge you with the Mann Act crime. They're not charging you with trafficking. They're going to charge you even if the person consent or not. They're going to charge you and say that you break in the law, the Mann Act. That's the only thing they could have found on Jack Robinson because that's how they brought him down. It's because he loved dating white women back in the 20s, 50s or whatever. Back then, that law, that's why they came into people. Huh? That's the law, guys. That's the law. Because most men use money to impress women. Yes, you're 100% right. Most men use money to impress women. And the women love that. Cassie loved the lifestyle. Cassie loved the big expensive clothes, the nice hotel, the trip, the money, the luxury life, the food. She was enjoying the best of her life. So, what question do you ask me? But let me say this. Do you think they forget about that, sir? About who? About Cassie? About the law? No. They're still using the law. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, 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 XM. So if that's the case, every man should be locked up and put away in prison. So that means if you see a nice girl and you want to buy her flowers, you want to ask her, you want to go out on a date, you want to pursue that woman. So now you can't do that. So that's what I'm saying, people. We are doing things and not looking at consequences and not looking at just common sense and reason. If you just like they said, oh, when you go to the job, you can't date no one, you can't. And majority of people there met their wife or husband on the job. That's how it goes. Your majority of your time is working. And the same go for that person. And if you see someone that you're attracted to, job or not, you're gonna ask that person to go on a date. And they're saying that, oh, by the way, you can't date no one on a job, but I met my husband in a job. You see what I'm saying? These things. See, it's about Diddy attitude, not yeah, yeah, because his attitude was like arrogant, like he's top of the world. That's why they have to humble him. And shouldn't Cassidy be charged too? Yes, Cassidy be charged too. Listen, let me tell you why. Let me tell you the reason why. Cassidy made a deal with the FBI. This how manipulate Cassidy is, and she cried the victim, and she's going to get played. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Whatever you do in the dark will come to light, and whatever she's doing in the dark, people, it will come out. Let me tell you something. She wanted to put that man. Listen, a woman's scorn is dangerous. So what happened now? She went to the prosecutor. You complained that you was being bullied. You complained that you was being prostitute all over. You complained all of these things you complain about. Where is the domestic violence report? She had the opportunity to go to the police, but she went to a civil court attorney to get the bag. So don't tell me any woman coming here, oh, she was forced, she was this, she didn't have time. The same energy that you had to contact a lawyer to go to civil court to get the bag, you should have put the same energy going to criminal court so this man could be on trial and get charged for domestic violence. Then you could get the bag because you already proved this person is guilty. But you did the opposite. So what that's telling you? What is that telling you? If a person do the opposite, that's telling you she made a deal with FBI. Oh, we're not going to give you the charges, but I need for you to tell us everything that this man did. Because since he's the CEO, the company, everything going to go. You're going to get a free pass. That's what she did. She got a free pass. Yeah, you know what I mean? Everything yeah. Can't be black and ignorant, man. Listen, P. Diddy wasn't ignorant, but he think he was top of the world. He think he was untouchable. And he rubbed some people the wrong way, and these people make sure they rub back, and when they rub back, boom. Cassie didn't deserve that beat down. You don't think she was hitting Diddy too? You see, we don't want to speak about these things. We want to put everything on the man. You don't think Cassie had an attitude? She was hitting Diddy too, because they're both for drug addicts. Dope heads, dope fiend. There's no way around that. There is no way around it. No way around it. But hear this now. Why the police wasn't called? Why the security guard took a bribe instead of calling the police? If you say you were in such a danger, somebody keeping you against your will in the hotel, that was your free pass to escape. But due to the simple fact, she did escape. She did escape. You know where she escaped to? She escaped to the civil court to grab the money and not do no report about filing a report. Domestic violence. She said, I'm going to get the bag. So who to blame? Yeah, he's going to jail for people that wanted sex, and they all agreed to have sex, and now he's getting charged for it. That's sad. So we have to be careful in our personal life, where you go to California, meet someone, come back, they might charge you for trafficking, or not trafficking, but this is what I understand. You didn't find guilty that this man was trafficking people. So in other words, see, the man act, people, it's the man act that the judge is looking at. They don't want to tell you that it's the man act of 1910. Because there is no other charges that they could put on him but the man act. Check it out. It doesn't work. You can't make it wrong, make it right. I am not saying Cassie do not deserve. No one deserves to be beaten like that. No one. Not even your worst enemy. No one deserved that. But what I'm saying is this: she had the opportunity to do something about it then, that same night. Why she didn't call the police? Why the hotel security guard didn't call the police? Money exchange. Same cop. Same cop that took the money is a cop in California, a dirty cop. You took money, someone bribed you and you took the money. Let this tape go away. Here's $100,000. Don't say nothing. Look the other way. But the tape came out anyway. Why the cop, who the security guard became a cop, why he wasn't held accountable? You witnessed something. If you see something, say something. So you're trying to tell me if I see a young girl getting kidnapped, getting forced in a car, I turn my back, I'm not going to get involved. So I'm not guilty as well because you saw something. See, this is the problem. And Cassie, let me tell you, she's going to get it, man. Cassie, God help her. God help her. Do you see that vibe she put out? Do you see who exactly is Jane Doe? That is exactly Diddy. Or you have a girl called Gina. The prosecutor didn't wanted to testify, and she said, "No, I'm not going to testify because if I testify, I'm going to testify to liberate P. Diddy." She said, "I wasn't trafficking, I wasn't this, wasn't that, none of that." The prosecutor lost her, told the judge that they didn't know where she is, which is a lie. Can you imagine? All I'm saying to you and our friend in this, why didn't Diddy learn to keep his hand to himself? He had no self-control. True. Cassie also hit him too. They both had a part. See, you trying to put the blame on Diddy. They both had a part to play in it. They both are drug addicts. You ever see two dope fiends that's abuse to each other? They hit each other. Cassie hit Diddy too. That came out. What do you see? Everybody want to say Cassie the victim, but be honest and be fair. You have to be fair with your thoughts. You can't be biased. And I believe the judge was biased. Or everybody was biased because they knew they was going to use a Mann Act. The judge knew he was going to use a Mann Act. And why? And that's why the prosecutor said this is racist, because they know the Mann Act. It's racist, the Mann Act. It was basically built on putting black people in jail, especially black men. Do you hear the law said? The law said they could charge you even if the person consent or not. Why? Because it's racist motivated. Yeah, she was with it. She was with it all the time. That's all. Yeah, I understand your point, Ivan. I respect your point. They didn't have no evidence. Gina wanted to testify, but they didn't want her to testify because she was going to testify to say Diddy. She didn't do none of that. None of that. So the prosecutor lied to the judge and said that they couldn't find her. They lied. So guys, it is what it is, man. But I'm not worried about it, guys. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be on 7 o'clock. I'm off, guys, because that can be long. I did a long live today, like 2 or 3 hours, and I'm not gonna do another long live. So I'm gonna do a live for about another couple minutes. But listen, Diddy is rich. He should have gotten rid of her. Was doing that to him. Yes, they're both. But when both of you when both individual are drug addicts and support each other, negative attitude and vibes, what do you think? So they both were sniffing coke and all type of dope and all type of things they was doing. So this is how they both cope with it, because they both had money. They both went to freak off. They said they was in freak off for days. They didn't know what was going on. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to break it down to this one I'm going to leave it as this. Whoever take it like that. It should be a mistrial. Should have. They asked for mistrial, but the judge didn't want to do it. What happened is I believe, this is just my opinion, I believe Cassie, when she did all of those things, she was doped up out of her mind. And it's when the tape was shown to her, she said, oh my God, that's me? Oh my God. Oh, I did that? Oh my God, I did that? There is no such thing as a minor in it. Stop it. There was no such thing as minor in that. Because the FBI would have been up on that like fly on you know what. So don't say that. There was nothing about Sean Cole have any engagement in any minor. No, that was proved to be unfounded. Do not give this man more burden than he could carry, guys. I am not a Diddy supporter, but I'm for righteousness and fairness. Okay? So you have to be fair. There was nothing about underage girl, nothing like that. Everyone that did what they do were all grown adults and consent to it. Proof. What proof? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a toxic relationship, and she didn't want it out. And I believe Diddy wanted to get rid of her, and she didn't want to go because if Diddy would have gave her the $30 million, you would never hear none of this. If Diddy would have gave her the $30 million from jump, none of this would have came out. None of this. But because Diddy refused to give the $30 million, he probably tell her, no, you don't deserve nothing. I'm not giving you nothing. Sue me. Take me to court. And she probably did. And the only way, you see, and people don't look at that. The only reason why Diddy said take me to court, because she was part of the clique. But she played a little okey doke. She played a little okey doke. She said, you know what? She went to a lawyer. Just like she had time to do everything else, Cassie was not being held on a Cassie was not being held as a prisoner. She went to a lawyer, and I'm sure they had a big discussion, her legal, what she can do. How can I get out of this jam? Because, and you know what the lawyer probably told her? Turn evidence against this man. Turn evidence, and we're going to go to the FBI. We're going to ask them if the charges against you can be dropped, but we want the big fish. Give us the big fish. She set him up. A woman scorn is one of the worst thing a man could go under. Yes. If it wasn't for that video, because even the judge, that's what I'm saying, it was a bias. Even the judge mentioned this. Oh, the video, this and that. How can you say, oh, your abuse towards women? So that means that videotape, because there is no other abusive videotape that didn't being abusive to any other woman but Cassie away from the videotape. There is no other proof out there. Nothing. Nothing is out there about Diddy involved with no other domestic violence person. Nothing. And for years and years and years, who released that tape? He did something to someone, and someone said, oh, boom, that tape. That's the only proof that they had. They didn't have nothing else. Because the tape make people say, wait a minute here. If he could do that to her, there's a strong possibility this was going on for a while. And that's what the judge is saying. He's abusive towards women, towards Cassie. Be direct towards Cassie. That's what the judge meant to say. And the judge was biased. I believe the judge really made it, and he's not going to be fair to say it. And I want to hear the jury that came to this decision. Forget about everybody else. I'm sure sooner or later, TMZ, whoever, someone will get a jury, and they're going to speak up, and it's going to make clear a lot of things. Because the judge going to say, listen, and I know what they're going to say. They're going to say, we could not convict this man of the crime that they said he did, as we had to convict Cassie as well. Because Cassie was up in everything. But she had protection from the FBI. She had leniency. If you turn on P. Diddy, you won't be charged. We know that. We know that, people. But are they going to say no? I know for a fact within my heart that's what she did. I don't have proof, but I know that's what she did. Just like Sammy the Bull, turn evidence to save his ass. Keep it real. That's how it goes, guys. These guys play tough, but when it put tough get going, they are wimps. So that's what I think. I think she was doped up when she do all this freak off and consent to it because she was a dope head, she was a drug head. And when she came to her senses, because the video was being recorded, and she knew they would be recorded. And you have the audacity to go tell the judge, oh, this man was blackmailed. No. Because she the one record herself. All the stuff that they found was on her electronics. You didn't know. See, people say, "Oh, YARDCHAT, why you so hard on Cassie?" Because she played the system. She's gonna make it worse for other women that really, really need the help and really need people to hear and see. But she make it worse. She make it bad for other women. Because no other women see Cassie as a victim. They don't. Ask a victim person, and they're gonna ask you, "Is Cassie a victim?" They're gonna say no. Because if you give any woman the same position that Cassie was in, you could go, you come and go anywhere you want. The last time that you say you could have did something about it is when in the hotel years ago. You had a security guard there. Call the police. Call the police. This man is call the police. But she said none of that. They asked her if she want to leave. No, she linger, wait in the hotel because she didn't have nowhere else to go but to P. Diddy. That's what she signed. Because it's not like she came in this innocent. She dropped her boyfriend and pick up P. Diddy. You come in New York, 17, 18 years, where's your mother? You're grown, where's your mother? You want to go get contract, you want to go in big people business? That's what it is. It's the same thing as Celeste with the Dave. This young girl want to be in growing folks' business. And when grown folks bring you to business, you don't know how to hack because you are a child. So stay in a child. And Cassie should have stayed in a child and talk about she want to come to New York and do music. You got music, all right. Because soon as you came to New York, you got caught up with P. Diddy. You wanted that life. He gave you that life. Because things didn't go your way at the end. Your relationship went sour. You want to cry wolf. So why you didn't cry wolf in the hotel? Why there's no police report? Why there is no police report for domestic violence? The same way you went to the Silver Corp to take out this blah blah blah, you could have went to the police. And what lawyer do you have to counsel a person that been abused, so-called abused, or whatever freak offs? You tell a lawyer, I want to press charges, but no, your good friend lawyer tell, wait a minute, let's get the bag, let's get the money, because they want to get paid. I do got a point. I do got a point, people. And it's and you think people don't know? You don't think people know? You don't think other defensive lawyer know? Don't you think the prosecutor lied too? Why you didn't let Gina testify? Because Gina told you no. They keep pressuring her, says she's a victim. She said, I'm not a victim. That's the same way they did to Cassidy. Pressure this young lady, pressure gonna say a victim. Victim of what? If she was a really victim and being sex trafficking, like she was saying, P. Diddy would have been charged for sex trafficking. Hello. So apparently, the jury said that the prosecutor lying. They are lying. People, if See, people don't understand. I get right to the point. You took someone to court. Prove what you're saying is true. The prosecutor couldn't prove it. So they lied. You lie. You lie on this man. This man have to prove himself innocent. You're lying on him. And with the RICO, it come with a RICO is like a big book of charges. They open it. Oh, this not going to stick. This not going to stick. This not going to. Oh, we have a law from 1910. It's called the Mann Act. We could get him on that one. Even if the person consent or not, they're going to get him anyway. So it's a setup. It's a setup. And the reason why they was hoping that the jury find this man guilty, because they would get ready to throw him. They was getting ready to throw. Matter of fact, P. Diddy was gonna get ready to locked up for 25 years to life and never see outside again. But thank God, justice prevailed. Justice prevailed, people. Justice, because the jury of his peers. So Cassie wrote a letter to the judge telling the judge, oh, I'm still scared. I'm this and that. I'm this and that. And tell the judge that the jury got it wrong? Who the hell are you? You saying a jury of his peers that your guys pick is wrong because you didn't get your way? Come on, people. This was all a setup from. We all knew he was going to do time. It's a setup. They didn't have nothing on this man. Nothing. Cassidy didn't have nothing. So the only thing that they came with was the Mann Act. And they with the Mann Act, something going to charge, especially with the RICO charge. Something will stick. And that's what happened. That stick. Guys, I have a minute, 2 minutes left. I'm logging off at 7 o'clock because I have to work tonight, guys. I'm off tomorrow, but I'll be on tomorrow. We're going to be, I might have a guest on tomorrow. I might have a guest, guys. I might have a guest on tomorrow. So, guys, thank you for joining me, guys. I appreciate it. Guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. This channel, guys, I might come off like real harsh, but you know what I mean. I like truth, man. I like when people be truth and speak fairness and be right. It doesn't matter if a person is a murderer. That person still deserves his human rights to be respected. Plain and simple as that. And I believe this case was just a big fiasco, a big show. It improved nothing. To me, it improved nothing. All it proved to me that Cassie and Diddy were in cahoots, and Cassie went to the federal government, turned evidence so she could have a free ticket. You already got $20 million for P. Diddy. You got $10 million from the hotel. You got $30 million. And no domestic violence case were filed. Wow. I wonder whose her lawyer is. Because the lawyer that she had, all he cares about money. That's all he cared about. Because once he said P. Diddy, oh no. Man, we this man, and hear this now. Here's the truth. This was going to surprise a lot of people. When he come out of prison, he's not going to be, say, abuser, because everybody know he's an abuser, but he's not going to be like a criminal offense on his record, because there is no domestic violence on his record, because there was no paperwork. And who fault is that? Is that the police? Is that between Cassie and her lawyer? They decide and make a decision and say, we want the money over her trauma. We take the money over her trauma. So if you were so traumatized, and so bad and all these things that you took, scared for your life, where's the damn police report? And I'm done. Where's the police report, guys? I don't have nothing to say. Where is the police report? That's all I got to say. I hope I clarify myself good tonight. I hate to come off so strong, but sometimes you have to make your point that I know these people, I know the game that they play, and she played the game. And you know what? I hope the money make her happy, because if she do not find happy within herself, money don't mean nothing. And if she claim that she still have trauma till this day and not doing nothing about it, whose problem is that? Thank you guys for joining me. Make sure you press like, share, and subscribe, guys. Listen, we have over 6,000 views. Telling you guys how we go. We have over 28 likes. We have over, right now, currently we have 53 viewers. And it was a steady pace of views. We had over like 100 people in the chat. We had a very, I appreciate, guys. I thank everyone. Also, guys, before I go, I do have a second channel. If you're into sports, MMA, things like that, listen, I have this week I have so much video because I have two channels. I have a video that I got to do MMA with MMA coming up tomorrow. So what I want to ask everyone, please, because I want to get that channel to go live. So if you don't mind, and if you like my platform, you like all what's going on this platform, please subscribe to YARDCHAT Promotion. Even if you're not into that, but I just need subscribers, people. You know what I mean? I'm kind of begging, but I'm keeping it real. It's called YARDCHAT Promotion. I'm gonna put it in the chat, guys, so everyone could see it. My new channel, new MMA channel. I'm gonna put it in the chat so you guys could actually, at YARDCHAT MMA. That's a new channel. I think I don't know how many subscribers, but we have a couple of subscribers over there. But we want to go up to 50 subscribers so I could do live, so getting that video up and running. The channel it's up and running. I think I have like 6 or 7 video, couple shorts. I think I have like, I don't know, like 16, 17 subscribers. I'm not sure, but we wanted people from industry. Please go over there. It's called YARDCHAT on MMA. Subscribe so we could start popping off that channel. Once again, guys, if you want to come on my platform and you like what we speak about on this platform, hit me up. Say YARDCHAT, I want to come on your platform. YARDCHAT, YARDCHAT podcast. No, YARDCHAT promotion at gmail.com. YARDCHAT promotion at gmail.com. I'm looking for people to come on because we're gonna have a panel. Everybody come on and speak. But we're working on that. But if you want to come on like we do today, me and you, or tomorrow, I will be going live tomorrow too, because this is going to be a big subject tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to be on for a while because I'm off, but I got to work tonight overnight in nursing. I got to go do my, my hours. Then in the morning, come home, take a shower, and hopefully, I get maybe an hour rest and we just go with it live. And also on Sunday, I will be on another podcast. I'm going to be on my friend podcast. He invited me on Sunday at 5:30. Mr. Z and Mr. Z and Mr. Z and Mr. Fifth, something like that. Yeah. So we're gonna he already have my information. So we're gonna have a conversation over there. So guys, please, the new MMA channel at YARDCHAT MMA. We have good views over there, man. I'm surprised that people watching the video over there. I'm surprised for a young platform. It's hard to, but YARDCHAT is in the other rhythm already. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I need, because what happened, I used to do the MMA on this channel, but no, I want everything to be separate. And when I do MMA on this platform, I was getting very good views. So I said, you know what? I need a separate channel. I don't want to combine both channels because it be a lot of work. So it's better to have 2 different channels. So tomorrow I will be doing video on the MMA podcast because I know they have a big fight tomorrow. You have Alex Pereira against Enter Galat. You have Paraska versus what's his name? Another guy. Oh God, they're fighting tomorrow, man. But I have everything. I have everything written. I just got to put it into video. But thank you guys. Appreciate it. Enough love. Thank everyone who took the time out to come on my channel for the last couple of days. I appreciate it, guys. And it made me feel good, guys. Because let me tell you something, guys. I remember when I first started out, man. People, there was no one in the chat. There was no one in the chat. It was like 2 or 3 people in the chat. And I stay consistent. And you just have to stay relevant in YouTube pool. And that's what I'm trying to do, guys. So thank you for all the support and for all the subscribers, for all the sharing and the likes, guys. Until next time, enough love. All right.